In New York City, Adrian Wojnarowski joining us again, RJ, Maria, Jalen, and Jay Will. And guys, the creation of the Big Twos has us all kind of wondering how stars will align, especially in LA. And according to Brian Windhorst, it's going to be less about the fit and more about getting uncomfortable.
Anthony Davis able to put it down.
We're going to feed off each other tremendously.
Davis.
LeBron and Anthony Davis. This is a match made in their dreams. It's got a chance to be one of the great two-man passing combinations in league history. Stockton Malone, Kobe Shaq, even Peyton Kemp type greatness.
And up top, Kemp is there.
But if this new superstar marriage is going to work, it may not be about LeBron and Davis's fit together. It may be about how they make each other uncomfortable. Here's how. Like when LeBron says this.
If we're not playing through Anthony Davis while he's on the floor, then it makes no sense to have him on the floor.
What he means is Davis has to get it done under pressure.
It'll be Anthony Davis. And the buzzer.
Winning is the one part of AD's game that has eluded him in his career.
They take out the New Orleans Pelicans in 5 games.
For these Lakers to win, Davis has to be clutch, and LeBron's got to push him to it. And this.
You know, I want to be able to push guys. Our first mindset should be on the defensive end.
What he means is LeBron has to be better on defense.
Oh, blocked by James!
Where he slipped over the last few seasons. Davis even said he wants James to get back to the all-defensive team, something that hasn't happened since 2014.
Oh, what a block from James!
But for these Lakers to win, LeBron has to give effort on D, and Davis has to push him to it.
We're able to be straightforward with one another and not take anything personal.
James and Davis are going to excite us. They're going to win a lot of games. But if they want to hold the trophy at the end, it may take some hard conversations and a whole lot of one of the rarest commodities in the NBA, trust.
It'll take trust, but those are two good players to trust. The Lakers will go as far as LBJ and AD can take them. They both have the talent, though. LeBron and AD ranked second and third, respectively, in career PER, trailing only one player in NBA history. Yeah, Michael Jordan.
The GOAT.
Yeah. Jay Will, how do you kind of see this relationship working out on the court?
Well, I think LeBron has new peanut butter and butter. Look at that. Peanut butter and jelly. Y'all know what I was trying to say. Look, when you break these guys down, I think that their games complement each other. If you're Frank Vogel, you don't need to overcomplicate this offense. Less is more. Keep it simple. We're going to break down a little play as LeBron brings the ball down the court. You're going to see a little screen in second-hand transition by Anthony Davis as he comes up. He's going to set a little screen here. And look how everybody's going to flare out. You have Danny Green. He's going to run down. Avery Bradley's going to run down here. Look at the floor space now. As the play develops and he sets his screen. First off, can we just talk about something? I don't want to digress too much, but like we talk about Steve Kerr maybe having the worst defensive team he's had since he's been at Golden State. Look at Stephen Curry. What are you looking at? D-Lo, who you pointing at? D-Lo, there ain't nobody even over there. I digress. Let me get back to the play, okay? Draymond Green is center field. So LeBron James, 69% of the points he scores comes within 5 feet or less of the rim. He wants to attack. LeBron isn't going to settle. He wants to attack Draymond Green. Now, as he attacks Draymond Green and he gets to the rim here, go again, right there, look. Now, here's the point. While everybody is staring at the flight of the ball, staring at the fly of the ball, staring at the fly of the ball, get up there. There you go, staring at the fly of the ball, staring at the fly of the ball. All these guys are staring. You see this man right here just working. Look at him. He's going for the offensive rebound. Less is more. That's where Anthony Davis is able to get a lot of his points as well. Another play. First off, I love watching Rajon Rondo tell Dwight to get the heck out of the way over here. Dwight is a decoy. Dwight, get out of the way. Move over to the opposite side. I want that matchup. Yeah, I want a sideline pin down. I want AD to set a sideline pin down for LeBron James. AD comes and sets a pin down. LeBron comes off. Now, as a defender, you have a choice. You can go under, right? LeBron can settle for a jumper, or you go over the top. You go over for the top. This is what LeBron recognizes. He recognizes it. He curls. Now, as he curls, he puts the situation of the defense in a predicament. Number one, you got to make a choice, Draymond Green. You're going to stop the ball. You're going to stop AD. You got to make a choice. You're going to come over and fill that gap, fill the paint, take a charge. I don't think you're going to do that against somebody 265 pounds. LeBron, now here's the beautiful part about LeBron. Some players come down and take one dribble, then pass. LeBron does not even waste a dribble. He comes off this screen and just makes a dime right in the pocket. I mean, that AD should be taking him out to dinner all the time for those dimes delivered on a platter. Once again, play is going to break down. Now, this play is great. I love watching this. Little DHO doesn't work. Danny Green sees it. Now, Danny Green starts to go ahead. You're going to see Danny Green go under, He's going to flare up. You're going to see Avery Bradley flare up. And then you're going to see a little Rajon Rondo back screen right here. Now, Karis LeVert sees this. Okay? Karis LeVert sees this action. He may try to shoot the gap to try to get a steal. Here's the beautiful part about AD. Also passing, okay? He sees the play. He shoots the gap. He goes for it. Doesn't get it. AD gives him a little ball fake. Now, LeBron could potentially flare out here, but LeBron decides to go inside and attack. We talked about this paint that he loves to attack. That's where he's going. But once again, LeBron making the right play. The ball goes up. He draws 2 defenders. Now, here's something. My man over here, J. Rose, he wide open, right? You know what I'm saying? You wide open for a reason? Okay. So LeBron sees it, and you know where the pass is going without even wasting a dribble. The pass goes right back to AD. Those are the kind of finishes on why AD and LeBron are going to be spectacular together. You don't need a lot of plays. Don't overcomplicate the offense. Less is more. Now my young Kenny Smith.
Come on back. Good work. Good work.
Good job. That was. I don't have a lot of faith in you, but that was
really good. I'm not even gonna lie.
I appreciate it.
MVP of the year.
Thank you.
But what I took away from it was the basketball IQ of both of those stars and how it's going to work well together. And that's kind of playing in space, playing without the ball. Your reaction to one seeing that, but how these two could kind of work together to be efficient.
So the beautiful thing about team sports is we're going to laud LeBron James and AD, and rightfully so, as 2 of the top 5 players in the game. But I think the person that's going to unlock their attack has to be Kyle Kuzma. They need to be a big 3, not an outstanding 2. And if he continues to take a leap this season like he took last year, that's why I feel like they have the size up front with those 3 people, JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard, to overcome, for example, a smaller team up front like the Clippers.
No, that size that you were talking about, one of the things that you didn't point out, and you did not miss much, was that if Anthony Davis shoots that, there's a small that's going to have to crack back on Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee. Like that type of paint presence and offensive rebounds and second shots, now that you add that with the shooting that they've added with Danny Green, just a better floor spacing opportunities, they're the biggest team that I've seen in a long time, and they're going to play a different style that's going to be tough to handle.
I know we don't hit it much, but AD mentioned it earlier before the season that he wants both of them to be on the all-defensive team. Let's talk defense. Is this going to be a good defensive team?
There'll be I think there's sides. There'll be a lot of deflections and blocks, but I don't think I want LeBron to waste all of his energy trying to defend the other team's best player. Like, I need LeBron to be healthy down the stretch. I need LeBron to be healthy and ready to go in the playoffs. And I focus on offense.
And that's why for the Lakers, whenever Andre Iguodala becomes available in Memphis, they're going to try to trade him between now and the February deadline. But short of that, he'll eventually get a buyout if there's no trade, and he'll be able to sign with whoever he wants. And that is going to be between the Lakers and the Clippers. And Iguodala has he can watch the season develop now. Watch if there's an injury somewhere that maybe changes a team's title hopes, but he can really see where he fits in, where his impact can be. But it will be between the 2 LA teams.
All right, let's talk about more teams just in California in general, Woj. And I know that you have more insights with the Warriors, but we're talking about dynamic twos, Steph Curry and D'Angelo Russell, the fit there. I mean, what are you hearing about the way that they're working together and figuring out how to start this season together?
Yeah, Maria, I talked to D'Angelo Russell earlier today after their shoot-around, and he was just raving about how welcoming Steph Curry has been to him and how he has allowed him to start learning to play to D'Angelo's strengths. He says all the things you hear about Steph and you imagine what it might be like. He said, I underestimated all of it. And he said, it isn't just on the floor and how he works. And he's the first guy in the gym. He gets his work done. He said, but I find myself watching him on the bus, how he talks to people, how he interacts in the locker room, the way he leads. He said that he had been telling his own brothers the other day, I find myself just staring at him. And I talked to Bob Myers, their GM. He's watched Steph Curry through the years integrate Klay Thompson, Iguodala, Kevin Durant. And part of it, what Bob says, is there's never drama with Steph Curry. He gives you a feeling in that locker room that everything's going to be okay, and he brings calm to it. And when you're coming into a new team, that really helps.
Maybe that's an underrated strength that we don't talk about that much. We've gone straight to the court with how their games kind of fit together. But the value of Steph, one of those stars that doesn't seem like he has the ego of a star, would fit with anyone.
Absolutely, and allowed Draymond Green to emerge as the vocal leader of the team. And when you have that level of humility, the one thing I say about players like Steph, if he didn't have basketball, he would still be successful at life. So he's comfortable in his own skin. I'll take less to integrate Kevin Durant. Boogie Cousins will take less to integrate them. But now that they're gone and Klay's going to be hurt, it's going to be MVP type stuff again.
I think Steph's going to be a volume shooter. He's going to put up a lot of points. He'll be in that MVP conversation. What I do worry about is where they go defensively. This is a team, they lost Andre Iguodala, they lost Sean Livingston, two guys that played critical roles for them. Now what happens when you want to have two dynamic players on the court together in D'Lo and Steph, that makes you a liability defensively. Look, I watched that whole game. There were multiple clips of them where they're
You
not
can
even
hide
in
one,
the
but
play.
not two.
Not even in the play. That's why my thing is, and also if Steph is a volume shooter, like I'm not sure D'Lo is good playing without the basketball. He's used to having the ball in his hands. That's why I don't know if I see this team making the playoffs.
Defense and how unproven that bench is. They're going to have to play a lot of young players who have not proven themselves in the NBA yet.
Look, I believe that the Warriors are going to be very good. I think they're going to be talented.
What's very good?
Very good. I think they'll make the
15?
postseason. I think they'll make the postseason, right? I don't know where they're going to lie, but this is one thing that people don't fully understand about Steph. He is still a smaller guy. We're not talking about James Harden that's going to get some knick-knack free throws, some like ticky-tack ones. We're not talking about LeBron James that's just big. We're going to ask a smaller guy to go out there and play 42 minutes.
Yep.
He's going to run around like a madman without a Klay Thompson out there for the first time in his career. He has not had the second or third best shooter in the world on his team. So we're going to go ask him to average 35, get beat up nonstop. You're going to be able to trap him, and you've never were really able to do that before because you had Klay Thompson and other guys there. So we're going to ask a lot from Steph, ask him to run around a ton and to get a beating in order to average that 30 plus.
And D'Lo score. We'll
how about
you guys being this, not Steph?
You're going to ask Steph Curry to do something this year that he hasn't had to do a lot the last few years. Play the fourth quarter of games, right?
Yeah, facts.
You're going to be in games again. Well, Woj, thanks for joining us again. Always bringing the insights from around the league. And coming up tonight after Warriors-Lakers, we'll have Sports Center with SVP. He'll have post-game coverage from Staples Center, plus his picks for the NBA's revamped Western Conference.